This is why you can't really be nice. Because people always gotta try to mistake your kindness for weakness. Even when you're trying to keep the peace, people always gotta try to mistake your kindness for weakness. But I mean, listen, God wants us to live peaceable among our neighbors, among our family and our loved ones. That's not always easy when people are secretly act like they obsessed or something with you that they can't keep their name out your mouth. I mean, there's a lot of haters out here, but if you kindly telling people, I don't want to be bothered in that way. I don't want to be bothered. I just want to be left alone. They should have every respect in the world to respect you for that. But instead, they take the littlest things and try to turn into the big things, and then they try to get in your business. And this could be family, this could be relatives, this could be friends. I mean, well, not really. Well, sometimes friends, but friends is different because they're your friends. But neighbors or certain relatives that you don't want in your business, or even if you got certain associates or socializing, they shouldn't be trying to get in your business like that. But instead, when you let them know each and every little time, you try to set boundaries. Even when you first moved around the block, you tried to show hospitality. This was your first house. This was you first living on your own and in your private home. So you just wanted to do the right thing. And here it tried to backfire in your life because now people thinking, they like, oh, well, maybe she's sweet, or I don't know. You can't really think for people, but you will know when they trying to come off as they trying to take your kindness for weakness. But people always say I need to stop sweating the small stuff. But I'm not trying to sweat the small stuff. But if you're telling someone you don't want to be bothered, you don't want them showing you attention, they have a woman, and then you asking the person, can you check your man because he's making me feel uncomfortable. He's, I have feelings and I'm saying something because it bothers me. Like, people always want people to hold things inside. That's not healthy. People always want people to keep it to yourself. That's not healthy. Sometimes you gotta know what to take to God in prayer and when to speak up. It's kind of like having a bully or just somebody just annoying that just always try to irk you for no reason. It's kind of like a bully. You gotta stand up sooner or later. Like, look, I need to nip this in the bud. If you don't like me, stay away from me. If you like me in a way that's romantic or lustful, stay away from me. But if you're going to respect me as your neighbor or whatever we are, whether it's a neighbor, co-worker, loved one, whatever, then we could work on that. We could move forward. But if you want to disrespect me and you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And that's just how I feel, you guys. I feel as though that people, for one thing, I don't usually try to be no irk box. I don't try to be no draw box. I don't try to overstay my boundaries or overstay my welcome. But my thing is, they say they don't like my ups and downs. You don't know what I go through. You don't know what I've been through because you're not my family. And you don't know. You see it on the out part, but you don't know what's in the inside. Even my family don't even know sometimes unless I tell them. They don't even know how hard it is to, what I went through and how I'm still surviving inside, fighting every day. Wishing I could be with God, but still doing the Lord's will. But God keep telling me it's not my time. He got more work for me to do. So, but they don't understand. I mean, I really wish God could come down here now and fix the world, which he is fixing. He don't have to literally leave his throne to do that. He is fixing the world little by little, and he got Biden in office, so I know it's going to work out. But people, when you ask people to have your back, and they have your back, but you don't like the outcome, you just, it's just, it's hard to explain, but I'm trying to sum it up as much as I can. In this life, sometimes you're going to come across a lot of unfair people. But God will make the situation fair if you trust him, not the enemy, because the enemy job is to make it crucial and unfair. Drama, he's a drama little thing. But God is peace. And every time you go through something with a neighbor or a friend or a loved one or a relative or a loved one or co-worker or socializer, acquaintance, associate, whatever, God wants you to keep the peace. Now, even if they really hurt you, because I heard some really hurtful things, like some really disrespectful things from a lot of people in my life. And people wonder why I shut down on them. They wonder why, Dad, she blocked me. Wow, she don't talk to me no more. She don't say anything to me anymore. She don't invite me over. She don't offer me anything. She don't cater to my needs. She don't help me with any hospitality. What's wrong? But you push that person to the point. When they try to show you hospitality, you take it for granted. When they try to show you peace, you ignore it. You walk all over the peace to stir up confusion. And what do Jesus say in the Bible? You are of the devil, your father, when you do stuff like that. You're not of God, because God's people don't stir up confusion. God's people don't start drama and do all this crazy stuff. And, people that do that, if they are a Christian and they do that, they have a lot to learn and they have a lot of growing up to do. Because I used to be like that when I was young. I was still a Christian, but I was around the wrong crowd. I was trying to find myself. That really wasn't me. This is the real me. Keeping the peace, minding my own business, not gossiping, not being a busybody or nosy in other people's business and matters. And I tried to look out for my citizen, my what did you call it? Your community. I try to look out for my community that I live in. But was they looking out for me when I asked the simplest things? Can you check your loved one? He's out of line. If that was her, like she checked her son, even if her daughters was saying something, she checked them. Why can't you check your man? Why can't you check your life partner? That's all I'm telling you. He making me feel uncomfortable. And I didn't mean to bring my dad in it, but like I said, certain things I was fed up because, and then the only reason why I brought my dad in it because the person, he was a grown man, and I'm a grown woman, but he was older. He like old enough to be my father, and he arguing with me, so I let my dad handle it. But my thing is, my dad was having my back, but me being grown, I know how to handle it. I wasn't in the mood to argue. I could have easily, but this is what Jesus don't want us to do. He don't want us to argue. Even if they're your haters or your enemies or your adversaries, even if you're related or they're your neighbors or co-workers or community citizens, whatever, you're not supposed to argue. God wants us to keep the peace. And you know what's crazy? Well, it's not crazy. I was giving my enemies the word. Will I still give them the word? It's my job. But God told me I could pull back now because I planted seeds in their life. Now God had to give the increase. But what was I doing? I was still giving them the word and giving them, keeping the peace to show Jesus peace and love. And all I asked was that her boyfriend not take it too far with his words. Because they say, you know how they say you can heal from physical abuse faster than verbal or mental abuse? If somebody I went through a lot of verbal abuse in my life. So you really think I want to hear that next door? You feel what I'm saying? From somebody that claimed that they was cool with me and my family, but yet and they grew up with my brother at school. They should be respectful enough to, cause in reality he a dog. Like, he see me as a piece of meat. He see me as whatever. It don't matter what he see me as. It matters what I know I'm not in his, in reality. But whether he saw me date this person or that person, that's my business. That is between me and the creator. And that's none of your business. You're not my real brother. You're not my family. You're not my blood. You're not my husband. You're not nothing to me or the law that I have to answer to. So you shouldn't be concerned about me. And you know what's crazy? The girl we thought was my half sister, her baby father was just like that, and I had to address him about it. She even had to address him about it. I'm glad she said something, because she like, listen, I noticed that you always in Toya's face, and you claim you don't like Toya like that, but you always got something smart to say, and you act like you like her. Do you like my sister? And then he was like, I mean, no. And he was smiling, laughing, and all that. And I was like, yeah, because you always bothering me, man. Just chill out. You feel what I'm saying? When somebody act like, you could tell when somebody obsessed, or somebody like, um, it's just weird. Like, if you got a person in your life, somebody that really care about you, where are you going to pass that up for somebody that'll never give you the time of day? That don't even make sense. That's why some guys just act unethical, because they be trying to chase after sex instead of chasing after a woman that's going to be there for you. A woman that's going to really grow you and mold you and make you happy. And that's what my neighbor do to her man. But, he be blind at times. I was praying for their relationship too. I was praying that God is, strengthen it, they get married and all that. And yeah, he always saying something mean to me, like I'm supposed to keep taking it. I can't. I got feelings. I love myself too much to let myself get abused. So whenever somebody say something I don't like, I gotta say something. Now, if it's somebody in the street that I don't know, you gotta know when to walk away. You can still like speak up, but you don't know if that person is, whatever. But it's not. It's even if somebody do call you, you gotta know when to address something. Like, it's different. It's different circumstances. Like, a total stranger, they call you out your name. You could check them, but if they got a gun or something, you can't be stupid. You gotta be like, listen, I know it's not what you call me, it's what I answer to, and I know I'm not what you call me. I'm not disrespecting you, so kindly don't disrespect me. You feel what I'm saying? What's wrong? I am, Mom. Are we leaving or not? Are we leaving? I don't know. Hold on one second. So, God is saying that He want us to get it together. The Lord want us to keep the peace. But you always got to stand up for yourself. You can't be a fool keeping the peace. You can't be someone's flunky or robot, puppet, or zombie. You have to speak up, because you have feelings. You got to love yourself. You got to love God and yourself. Defend God always, and defend yourself always, and your family and loved ones. And it's your rights as a community citizen to stand up for your rights. Everybody has a free will, a freedom, choice of decision, a free mind, a free heart, a free soul, and a free spirit. And you have rights. And if somebody is disrespecting you and your rights, your entitlements, it's not even so much opinion, but your perspective, then you have every right to speak up for yourself. Like, you disrespecting my personal space. And I'm letting you know, I'm not letting your words affect me, but it bothers me. So just watch your mouth, because I don't disrespect you. So I deserve the same respect I give to you. I deserve it back. And that's all I was trying to say. But then, it got a little ugly, like certain situations do sometimes. But nevertheless, you have to always be the bigger, better person. My dad don't want me to say hi to them. He said, "Oh, you don't gotta pit yourself on nobody." I don't think I was pitting myself on nobody. It's just that maybe I probably was being a little nice. Maybe I probably was being a little kind. Because I know when I was trying to let my light shine. But when they see my cold side, which they saw a couple times, but now they about to just see a whole different side. Because they said they're tired of me. And I tell y'all, if y'all lived here and saw a camera and the camera was outside, y'all would see what I go through in this neighborhood. Not what they go through with me. I mean, they probably did go through things with me when I went through my stuff in the spirit. But I went through it because of them. They was always, trying to work against me in the spirit. But God handled it. But you know what? Now God about to fight for me. God, I need you to fight for me like you ain't fight for me in a long time on my enemies. God is about to show up and show out. He gonna make all their chins dropped, and they gonna be like, wow, she really is a child of the king. Yes, a child of the king of kings, not the thing of things. So, but in times like these, we have to keep those in prayer. People, they lied on Jesus. They talked about him. And Jesus, it didn't affect his royalty. It didn't affect his deity, his dominion, or authority, or his sovereignty. So we can't let it affect we ain't sovereign, but we can't let it affect our dominion, or, no, I don't want to say that. Our domain. We can't affect our domains. And we can't let it affect our authority that God gave us. Because we don't have a dominion. God is the dominion. And God is sovereign in his deity and stuff. But I'm just letting y'all know. What? All right, I gotta go.